Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be checking out a new trend. Gen Z has been normalizing plane shifting. This video is by Edvasion as usual. Links will be in the description down below, and while you're down there, might as well hit that subscribe because we're trying to hit 300 subs before the end of the month. And without further ado, let's begin. All right, so Gen Z has normalized plane shifting.
This is a re-upload of a video I've uploaded before with a few minor changes. Don't worry, you didn't reality shift. Or did you? Let me know in the comments. Hey, life got you bored, annoyed at everything? Wanna escape and do something fun? Move your conscience somewhere else to avoid daily responsibilities like chores and going to the doctors. Well, according to this internet trend, reality
sounds like escapism.
Shifting, you can. No need to request paid time off or let your supervisor know. Just use your brain to think at any point in time, and it'll happen at your own leisure. Take an 8-month vacation and go anywhere you like. And they really mean anywhere. Visit Hogwarts with beloved wizard Harry Pottery and Drano Malfoy. This genre of activity is just Sword Art Online. Say no thanks to real life and go live in an online fantasy world with an anime waifu. Disclaimer, I have not seen
I mean, we already kind of do that right now, but alright.
in this. Lore may or may not be accurate. Thankfully, we don't have to play life or death video games in this day and age, thanks to a sponsor, Misplay. Misplay is a loyalty app for anyone that likes to play mobile games. Just like me, you probably have a lot of interest in hobbies that cost money. Buying K-pop albums, paying for anime streaming services, and even just your daily coffees and little treats. It doesn't hurt to get some help covering these expenses. The more you use Misplay, the more you turn the time you spend playing into something tangible, like gift cards to Amazon, Walmart, Visa, Xbox, PlayStation, and many others. It's kind of like optimized multitasking. You get to unwind while earning rewards by discovering and playing mobile games. And since they have a wide variety of games, you're bound to find something that fits your style of play. Puzzle and word games, strategy, adventure, and more. I'm currently working towards a gift card by playing Adventure. I really like these simulation resource management games. Funny thing is, I do not enjoy working in customer service at all, but serve it to me in game form where I can min-max my restaurant stats. I'm clocking in and working overtime for free. Visit misplay.com/evasion or
obviously, because you don't have to deal with real people. I mean, come on. I know this is the ad, but whatever.
click the link in the description to download Misplay for free. You'll get 200 bonus points for signing up today, plus use my code EVASION100 inside the app for an additional 100 free points, which will help towards redeeming your first gift card. See description for all the details. This topic would need the same runtime as a feature film because there's so much to yap about. As you can see, we're not doing that today. This is a surface level overview as someone who got curious after seeing it pop up on my feed, and then spent 2 days downloading 10 gigabytes of purposeless information into my brain, which
you know it's real because the teenager said it was real, so you shouldn't be asking any questions whatsoever about the shifting.
Probably has a virus now. There's so much information floating around with no credible or tangible sources other than people's own experiences. It's hard to verify things when the sources are literally, just trust me bro. The more I tried to research and actually understand, the more confused I became. It really felt like I was back in school trying to survive with one brain cell. You know that feeling. After reading the same paragraph in the organic chem textbook for the 100th time and still not understanding. No one wants to be the person.
I've been there so many times, just like rereading a line over and over and over again in the hopes of understanding it. At some point, I remember at some point one of my teachers just straight up gave up. Straight up just gave up trying to explain it to me. I was not the brightest.
Person that asked the teacher why we build shapes in a science class. I involuntarily shifted into a reality where I'm the Shailene Woodley outsider, and the shifters are trying to get rid of me for being dumb. Reality shifting for two people might be completely different experiences. It's like colors, people will see the same shade differently. I did try my best to understand. If you're a part of this community, I respect your choices, but as shifters, you gotta admit, some of these claims are wild.
If you're a part of this community, I do not. I don't. Unless there's some substantial evidence to prove me wrong, I do not.
So, we're just having a respectful giggle today.
Mario! Yahoo!
The main belief is that there are multiple realities of
okay. All right, so this is how you shift. Step 1, great method for beginners, easy and simple. Many people shift with it. So you know it's real because a lot of people have done it. Lay down in a comfortable position and close your eyes. That's great for sleeping as well. 2, say I'm out loud. I am out loud in your head until you get symptoms. What are the symptoms? I'll make a vid about it. I like how they're like, here's how you do it. Although there's a separate video explaining the symptoms of shifting. I feel like you should be explaining the symptoms first before saying how it's done, right? But whatever. Once you get symptoms, count from 0 to 100 or more, because it's scientific like that, while you say affirmations. I'll make a vid about that too. This explanation really just feels like a segue to watch more of her videos, but as a professional shifter, she would never do anything as shifty as that. 4, after that, make up imagine scenarios from your DR, from your dream, I guess. Okay, so daydream. 5, awake method, visualize, say affirmations until you think you are
Of yourself based on the choices you make. You choose to go to work.
Okay, there you go. 5, awaken methods, visualize, say affirmations until you think that you are in your DR, and then open your eyes. But I thought you had to have your eyes closed to shift. And now you have to do it with your eyes open. And why are there 2 step 5s? Which one do I do first? Oh, okay, awake method and a sleep method. So awake method is you have to visualize, affirm, and then you open your eyes, and that's when you find yourself in this dream world. Or the asleep method is visualize and trick yourself. You will wake up in your dream and try to fall asleep. I recommend doing this when you're tired. Okay, well, this borderline sounds like astral projection or people who are able to control their dreams or whatever. And I feel like they're just trying to capitalize on a bunch of really sad people that feel like they have no real control over their life and they have no idea what's going on. So instead of taking charge or taking accountability for any of their decisions, better to live in a dream world where you're the king, where you get to make all the rules you want to make and just do whatever you want to do. But, you know, what would I know? Because at the end of the day, I'm just some guy on the internet.
Work in this reality, somewhere else, you're putting on a performance of a lifetime and calling in sick. Since there's so many choices we can make, there's basically infinite realities with slight variations. Damn, infinite bro? That is too many. How are we not supposed to have FOMO when another version of me is in Korea getting the scoop on what the hell is happening in the Hive building right now?
Baby, I'm just trying to play cool.
That's when reality shifting comes in. When you shift, you can transfer your consciousness from your CR, current reality, to your DR, desired reality. Okay, with you there so far.
Now we know DR is desired reality. See, I was feeling really iffy about it because I didn't know what DR stood for. I was like, maybe dream or doctor. But now that we know the nomenclature, now that we know that DR is short for desired reality, honestly, any skepticism I had has been put to rest.
I'm ready to see what reality I'd be living in if I didn't choose the YouTube career path during my Sims character creation screen. Explaining this to your average default setting coworker at TJ Maxx who only uses Facebook for the minion memes, they would probably think, there's no way people would believe this, right? It almost sounds too good to be true, hopping around different parallel universes on a whim. Well, when there's millions of searches on TikTok about shifting, and YouTube tutorials with even more views, this community is quite active around these parts. It's not surprising reality shifting really blew up during the years we were forced to stay inside, during a time when everything was sad, isolating, and toilet paper was nowhere to be seen.
It's crazy how in a time period of a rise of mental illness, depression, and SSI, that people would come up with an imaginary world and an imaginary powers to give themselves the illusion like they're accomplishing something or the illusion that they're free. I don't see any correlations between both of those things.
People were looking for their own form of escapism, whether it be beating up
not.
ugly villagers on Animal Crossing until they leave your island, or moving your consciousness into a different world with no pandemic, and a long-haired professor with a silk press who's always out to get you. The majority of the shifting demographic tends to be on the younger side, mostly teens and tweens. Other than our boring normal realities of choosing bacon or sausage for breakfast, you're also able to visit fictional realities. This is one of the most popular realities among shifters. The wizarding world of Harry Potter needs its own section in the reality shifting lore.
Alrighty, tips for shifting into Hogwarts. It's so popular that they actually have methods on how to get to Hogwarts specifically. All right, let's check this out. If you talk about the twins, say their names as George and Fred. George always feels as if he isn't as good as Fred. Be nice to Flitch. He is honestly really nice to the students who are nice to him. So, like, because the Harry Potter world, these people are all adults now. When you shift, are you shifting to a specific point in time, or are you shifting to the appropriate point in time, or is that just too many questions? Whatever. Listen to Neville. I caught him self-harming once. I don't think that's lore accurate. Listen to Luna too. It might not seem like it, but it hurts her feelings when someone says they don't care. That's most people, I would say. Teach everyone how to carve a pumpkin. Everyone loved it, especially Draco. I don't think that's true. I specifically do not like carving pumpkins. And I'm sure I'm not the only person. If you make fun of Ginny, you will get jumped. Fair. Don't get on the twins' bad side. They will prank you until you're like unalived. If you are anything but a Slytherin, you better be careful in potions. Snape's does not hold back. I thought Snape's was confirmed good guy. Be careful around Draco and stairs. That hurts. Oh my god, there's like multiple tips.
I'm a Slytherin. Maybe that's why I'm making this video. You know who?
You know, back in the day, a time before I was even a thought, I think, in my parents' eyes, we used to put people like this in a room that had padding on the walls and on the floor as a way to protect them and protect other people. I just thought that was a fun fact I could share.
Would try reality shifting? Hufflepuffs? Just kidding, I'm just making stuff up. Unless, I mean, fair enough, magic is pretty cool. Who wouldn't want to do prank wars with the Weasley twins, get carried by Hagrid by faking an injury, and see some wizard BL happen right in front of them? It does get quite intense when people start spending way too much time in their desired realities. And not just a few days, but months.
If this isn't a cry for help, I don't know what is. These kids, these teenagers are so sad with their lives, so sad with the current state of their own existence, that they would rather pretend to live in some imaginary world for 5 months and then whine about it online rather than do anything helpful to themselves. And I get it, because the state of the world gets worse every day. You turn on the news, you turn on the TV, you turn on YouTube, and it's just like dread everywhere you go. So as ridiculous as this isn't the root cause of the problem. This is a symptom of the problem, and the problem is most likely a feeling of unaccomplishment, a feeling of despair, a feeling that there's no hope for the future. So why would I strive to better myself? Why would I strive to improve anything when everything just seems terrible? Nothing is getting better. Everything only just gets worse. So might as well pretend that I live in Hogwarts and I received my owl.
I have so many questions. What happens to your physical body when you shift? You can't just isekai yourself away for a year and then come back like nothing happened. I get this practice is supposed to be like, wow, that's so amazing. How does this even exist? But come on, we gotta have some practical rules here. You might be the main character in your life, but what's stopping another you from another reality from jacking into your consciousness? Don't you worry. When you shift, you essentially create a clone of yourself that still does the same daily activities. So it's like you never left. Okay, well, that's good, I guess. Because this is what I imagine people actively shifting look like.
Day 1 of attempting to shift to Hogwarts. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be late for my class. I'm gonna be late for my class. Good evening, Dumbledore.
Let's continue.
Good evening, Dumbledore. Hermione Granger? You're late for class too? Damn. Dobby? I didn't know you were chill like that. Dobby, wait, Dobby. Dobby. Look, chill. Dobby. Dobby, oh. Dobby. Like.
Well, this is clearly fake and this person is doing it for views. 100% okay with that. This is another reason why we should keep social media away from teenagers, because a lot of people are going to watch this and think it's real. A lot of people are going to watch this and actually think it's real, which is why we should keep social media out of the hands of children, because we get more and more people like this.
Dobby!
Does he need help?
Daddy, I'm Dobby. You're a free elf now.
I feel like he just busted inside of Dobby.
Wake up, girl. I believe this is a parody, but I'm only like 60% sure. I feel like there's a lot of plot holes within this lore. What if life throws you a curveball and your schedule gets messed up? How does your clone know what to do when you wake up one day and you realize your mom sold you off to one direction? Chances are low, but it's never zero. There would be so many unexplained absences at school. Kids would be shifting all day and writing scripts, which are basically journals of what you want to happen in your desired reality. It's pretty similar to writing your name fanfiction, where you're the main character. Although shifting is unpredictable and you can't always control where you end up, which is why I'm never trying this, no matter how many TikToks I reluctantly have to watch. I'm not risking it if there's a chance I could end up in the Attack on Titan universe. We already have unrealistic beauty standards at home.
Look at that jaw.
Also, is Hogwarts even safe? There's literally Dementors, giant spiders, and girls with botched rhinoplasties walking around. I wouldn't feel safe here. I would need some reassurance. Ihab Yusuf, a licensed clinical psychologist in San Francisco, says that because shifting lacks any scientific evidence to prove that it's a standalone concept, it's more akin to a form of immersive daydreaming or lucid dreaming. According to Ellie Summer, a clinical psychologist and pioneer researcher of maladaptive dreaming, who coined the term immersive daydreaming, is the ability to engage in elaborate and euphoric fantasy worlds for relaxation and entertainment purposes. Lucid dreaming, on the other hand, occurs when someone is asleep but is able to recognize that they're dreaming. Those who claim to have shifted before,
You see, like that, yeah, that I do that regularly. I just be I do that. I used to do that in class all the time, which is probably why I wasn't the brightest kid. Immersive daydreaming, 24/7, bro. I'm like a hero flying around or swinging because I'm obsessed with Spider-Man, fighting crime and saving and saving people. But I never thought it was real. That's the difference. I always knew that it was a fantasy, and that's why my room doesn't have a bunch of padding on the walls.
however, disagree. Tumblr creator Lay claims that, sorry Tumblr users, even though I used to be like you, I'm gonna have to go with the medical professional's opinion on this one. I think reality shifting is just pre-planned daydreaming that's been labeled as something that it's not. A rebrand, if you will. I've spent lots of time imagining myself in fantasy scenarios countless of times. Didn't have social media and internet to post about it, but I'm pretty sure I've experienced this too. It's not as intense as people—
Bro, I am so happy I did not have access to social media until I was like already in high school, and I was really not for social media. I got it when I was like about 13, 14. I had like 5 friends on Facebook. Didn't really use it until I got to college. That's when I started using Facebook. I am so happy I did not have a phone to make myself look like a dumbass online. Because whatever you put online, it's in ink, not in pencil. Get it through your heads, guys. When it's online, it's in ink.
People make it out to be. All these grand claims on TikTok of being able to live in a fantasy world is just setting up unrealistic expectations for kids that don't know any better. People are spending years attempting to shift, and they're getting demotivated and even sad because they haven't experienced these cool sounding shifts that everyone else is having online. Many shifters have posted their own methods online of how to properly shift, and all you need to do is listen to this 8-hour long YouTube video at night. There's quite a bit of crossover with meditation tips and practices that encourage lucid dreaming. This trend is giving young impressionable kids a false belief that this is something that it's not. And you can't deny it's a popular topic that gets a lot of views and engagement. It's a little scary not knowing the background of the person you're getting your information from. Is this 100-step shifting tutorial from someone with a fully developed frontal?
Okay, swirly eye method. Lay down in any position you find comfortable and close your eyes. Once you find that position, start to count to 100. So, okay, we have a little bit of semblance now. Count at your own pace. You don't have to do this slowly. Once you reach 100, start to move your eyes left and right. This is very important, guys. You have to move your eyes back and forth.
Lobe who can show proof they shifted realities. It's kind of hard to
do this without thinking about it too much until you feel symptoms. Again, what are the symptoms?
take you seriously when your video.
Ignore the symptoms so that you don't lose focus until you feel that you fully shifted. I don't know what the symptoms are. How am I supposed to ignore them?
Video is half K-pop fan cam. This
open your eyes and you should be in your desired reality. Okay. My public service announcement to anyone watching this video: your desired reality is the reality that you exist in. You should make the reality you exist in into the desired reality. Now I understand that that's not always possible. You cannot be a wizard, and I can't be a Saiyan or a Viltrumite. These are things I can't do. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do everything in my power to turn this reality, the one my physical body exists in, into my desired reality. And I'm not gonna run away from my problems, and I'm not gonna try to escape to Hogwarts in the hopes of shifting away my problems. That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think shifting is real? Have you attempted shifting in the past? And if you have, how was it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and while you're down there, be sure to hit like, share, favorite, and subscribe. We're trying to hit 200 subs before the end of the month. We are so close to getting there, and if you don't want to be part of the first 300 subscribers, well, remember, at the end of the day, I'm just some guy on the internet, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. If you want to see more of my face, be sure you click the videos you see on screen right now.
Mighty